Hello, hello, hello. It's me again, your favorite, well, hopefully your favorite, blind NASCAR fan. I'm gonna share really quickly. Y'all can do it too. All right. Hello, hello. You guys, like I said, you gotta know I'm happy. All right. Hello, hello. You guys, like I said, you gotta know I'm happy. Allgaier wins again. This always makes me happy. Like, even if it's a domination, it makes me happy. I'm very sad because last week, well, actually, I think it was a week before, he said on Sirius XM that he wanted to be done at the end of this year, and that made me sad. So hopefully, I was talking to you guys know I told you I talked to him, right? You remember? So even though he can't hear me, I told him I was like, as it was like 5 laps to go or so. I was like, yeah, you got to win this one. You got a guitar for Harper and a guitar for Willow. Now you need a guitar for yourself. And then after he won, I was like, see, now you can't retire because now you got to get a guitar for Ashley. Because I'm just crazy like that. But also, I don't want him to retire. Like, it's not a thing that I want to happen. It's going to happen at some point, but I'm not ready. um, he is crazy. He said he's doing not a marathon, a triathlon in Nashville tomorrow. I don't know where they're gonna do the swimming part. I can't quite figure that one out, but that's because I don't know exactly where they're doing it. But he's crazy. Like, I am like the guys on TV. Like, I would die. I'm actually worse than them. I wouldn't even. I think it was Parker. One of them, I don't remember, said he could maybe make it 5, and I was like, I couldn't even make it a mile, probably. Yeah, I would be really bad. But hello, welcome, welcome. I am Amy, aka your favorite. Well, hopefully your favorite. Your favorite blind NASCAR fan. If I'm not your favorite yet, hopefully I'll become your favorite because I'm crazy and you guys like crazy, right? um, but I am blind and I love NASCAR, hence the name Blind NASCAR Fan. And really, the whole username got started years ago when I first became a NASCAR fan and I first got on Twitter. And people are like, well, I would ask questions that everybody's like, well, that's a dumb question. You should know. Like, and I had to explain, like, I don't know because I can't see what's happening. And they're like, well, you should, like, put it in your username or something so people know. And I was like, that's not a bad idea. Okay, well, I did it and people still don't know, so it didn't really do any good, but that's where the username originally came from. But anyway, who watched last night's truck race? That was a ridiculously good race once it finally got going. I didn't think they were gonna do it, y'all. Like, seriously, I thought it would be today and we would be still, maybe if it didn't rain, we'd be watching a truck race in the morning. Like, I didn't think they were gonna do it. 10:06 Nashville time, because they're on the same time zone as me. 10:06 according to my clock, so really it was probably like 10:04 maybe. They finally went green. I was shocked. I really didn't think they were gonna do it. I thought it was another one of those NASCARs, like, being all positive and, like, trying to convince us, and me thinking, "Yep, you're crazy, we're not doing it. Just they're lying to us." But they did it. You're not a NASCAR fan, but you're glad I am. Is that one of those somebody's gotta do it? I am crazy. Like, if you watch me long enough. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Welcome, welcome. I see lots of new people, so that's exciting. Um, so yeah, like I really didn't think they were gonna. Oh, look, y'all. This my sister got this for me for Christmas. I don't know why it's green. Cuz his car color is not green, but this is green. Um my sister got that me for me for Christmas several years ago. My Allgaier Yeti. Usually when I use that or when I wear his shirt, he loses. Well, I'm not wearing his shirt. I'm wearing my Ross Chastain shirt, but I think the camera's too high. I don't think you can see it. I had his hat too today. I had to take it off though cuz it's autographed and it was raining and I was like, I think this is permanent marker, so it shouldn't come off in the rain, but I'm not taking chances. I'd rather get my head wet than have a hat. That hat wouldn't really help though, because it's one of those ones that's like, what do you call it? Mesh. Like it has the little like the whole back of the hat is mesh, other than the seams that hold it together. So so I took it off. I was like walking around outside holding my hat. Everybody's like, "Why don't you put your hat on your head so your hair doesn't get wet?" And I'm like, I don't want the autograph to come off. Like, see, I told you I'm crazy. I don't think it would come off. It's permanent marker, but I wasn't taking my chances. I don't think you're supposed to actually wear the autographed items, but that's my favorite hat, so I'm doing it anyway. I'm not a hat person, and I have to. If I find a comfortable hat, I have to keep it because. So I got that hat. They do. I don't know if you've been to a NASCAR race lately, you see this new trend where you have to buy $50 or $100 or whatever it is worth of merchandise, or maybe it's a die cast, whatever they do. You have to buy something to get a wristband to meet them. So I bought the Ross Chastain hat and the shirt, and I had to ask her if I could try the hats on because I'm not a hat person. I don't like. I got a Justin Allgaier hat because it was on sale. He's my favorite driver, so I was like, I need a hat. I don't have one. Hate the hat. Like hate it. It is the worst hat I have ever put on my head. I think I've worn it for like 5 minutes one time, yes, it was the day when I went to meet him in Springfield for the championship celebration in 24. I was like, I'm gonna wear this hat. Like I was determined. Literally was on my head for like 5 minutes, and then I was like, I can't take it. It's going away. It didn't. I didn't even make it on my head into the building because it's the most uncomfortable hat ever. But so I had to try on all Chastain's hats. I was like, "Yep, gotta try them on." Put the hat on my head, and I was like, "Okay, don't even need to try the rest of them on. This one's mine. I'm just gonna wear it out of here. Like, you don't have to put it in a bag. I'm just gonna wear it on my head." And I did. That was random, but I don't know what got me started telling that story. Hello, hello. Ah, I think a lot of people are gonna be like that with Kyle Busch. I think that a lot of people will end up not watching because it's very sad, but sorry, I see all these comments, but I was talking. I was too busy telling my story. Anyway, um if y'all watched the truck race last night, once it finally did get going, you got a good race. But those people in Lebanon, Tennessee, man, I like how they call it Nashville Super Speedway, and it's like, I don't know, maybe at least 20 minutes from Nashville. And it's in Lebanon, which I don't know, that area has grown so much since I lived there that it's Lebanon might be part of Nashville by now, as fast as Nashville's growing. But it's still far, like it's not like Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's not called Atlanta Motor Speedway anymore, but for years it was Atlanta Motor Speedway and it was in Hampton. It's not it's just funny. And they might as well call my racetrack St. Louis Motor Speedway and it's in Illinois, not St. Louis, Missouri. It's just funny. But they had the race, so you got the noise of the trucks and then they had fireworks after. Apparently it was a really good fireworks show. I don't know if any fans stayed around for it, but apparently it was a really good show. But the poor neighbors of the racetrack are just like, "You're not going to sleep for a while. Hopefully you're not working Saturday morning." But anyway, so we had Lane Riggs basically dominated the first two stages of last night's race. I called it, by the way. Yay, me. Don't get used to it. It's only happened twice since Daytona. And, well, three times since Daytona, but one of them I wasn't doing my prediction videos yet. So, I'm only counting it as two. Um, I was wrong today. But in my defense, I wanted to pick Allgaier, but I didn't want to be that fan that always picks him. And like, I would pick him every time. And theoretically, he could win every time. It's a possibility. But, like, I don't want to be that person who does these kind of shows and is always like, oh, this is the best driver ever. He's always going to win. Like, even when he's not going to win, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't want to be that person. I think that I want to be fair and, like, pick other drivers, but then the drivers I pick aren't any good, so I don't know why I pick them. I didn't look. I should have looked and seen where Sam Mayer and Kyle Larson finished. I picked Kyle Larson because it seems like every time he races, he wins. Although I've seen now twice this year where he didn't win, so hey, and I think both of those races that he didn't win, I think that it was Allgaier winning. That's kind of awesome. That could be wrong, but I think that's how it went. But anyway, so Lane dominated yesterday, and he got off, I think, on the pit strategy or something in stage when stage 2 ended. I don't remember exactly what happened, but he basically spent the entire stage 3 trying to make it back. Or maybe it was a little bit in, maybe it was after a wreck or something. I don't know, I can't remember. That was last night, y'all. Forget it. And it was late. Like, I was the one singing "Another One Bites the Dust" every time they said someone went to the garage or had issues and had to go to pit road and were basically out of the race, even if they were still running, but they were like laps down. In my head, I was like, "Another one bites the dust." So there, that was that. The one that I felt the worst for, people would think that it would be Raja because he was dominating in stage 3 and had the last lap pass for the win. But I was thinking, like, Caden Honeycutt was doing really well. Like, I think he was running, what, second? And he was the points leader going into the race. Like, I mean, granted, it was only 11 points by that point, but he was still the points leader. And then that race happened, and whatever incident, I forgot what it was that happened to him. Something happened to him. I don't know if it was a loose wheel or something happened to him anyway. Electrical issues, I don't know. Something happened to him. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I think it was the electrical issues, wasn't it? Because they said on TV that the electrical issues happened really early on and then they stopped and so they ignored it and then it came back later. Yeah, that's what it was. It was electrical something wrong with the electrical voltage issue or something. But anyway, I felt bad for him cuz now not only did he not get a good finish, but he's also not the points leader anymore. I think that honor now goes to Lane by I don't remember how many points it was. I don't remember. It was too late. um, but I thought yesterday's race was really good. Like there was a lot of interesting strategies. And where the heck did Lane Riggs come from, you guys? Like he was I don't know, like 15th or whatever, when he just barely missed the wreck with the I don't remember who the guys were that were in the wreck. And then like yeah, he made it up to what was it, 4th? But he was like multiple seconds. I don't even remember how many seconds behind. And it was like he was in a totally different kind of vehicle or something. Like he just flew past all those guys and the last lap pass was fun though. Like I did not. I was with the guys on PR on well, they call it the NASCAR Racing Network. I don't like this name. It makes me I mean it's okay, but it makes me laugh cuz it's like it's like saying ATM machine. Like it's you're just being repetitive. But anyway, they said somebody on the show said that uh they were doing their picks I think as to who they thought would pull it off and they did not pick Lane even when he was in 3rd. They said it was going to be uh I keep wanting to call him Brandon Jones. Why do I keep doing that? It was not Brandon Jones. Chandler Smith. Chandler, Amy. Chandler. So they picked Chandler Smith and they picked Rajah Caruth, but none of them picked Lane. And I didn't either. I was like, it's just too far back. Like he's not gonna pick up. But somehow he, I don't know, hit the afterburners or something, and he just took off. It was crazy, but it was fun to watch. Hello, hello. Yeah. Um, you have way too many comments. I'm getting lost in the comments. But anyway, so there was that. And oh, something I don't remember ever seeing. Do they do this a lot? Like, I don't know. Maybe they do and they just don't talk about it this way. But the guys on the radio were talking about how they were going down pit road and they were running timing and scoring to help to let them know whether they had the I don't know what you call it because it's not a speedometer because it's 2026 and we still can't have speedometers in the race trucks. I don't get it, but whatever. But they were testing, like they were running timing and scoring to see how fast they were going, to see if they set the I'm going to call it metrics, but that's not the right word either. To see if so that they know whether they're speeding on pit road basically. Have they ever do they do that all the time? Like I don't remember this being a thing, but maybe they do it every week because I know that they go down all of the trucks go down pit road and the cars to set I don't know what it's called. Why can I not think of that? Ah, whatever it's called to set it so that they know. I know they do that, but are they running timing and scoring to do that every week when they do it? I don't know. Maybe they are, but I'd never heard them say it that way. So I was like, is this a thing that they do? And then my next thought was, why don't we just give them a speedometer already? Like, why aren't we doing this? Oh, but it's tradition. We can't mess with tradition. Oh, but you mess with every single other NASCAR tradition. Why should the fact that we have don't have a speedometer? Why should that matter? Anyway, yes, Governor, everything is either being delayed or canceled by rain. It's ridiculous. Apparently, there's lots of flooding, so that is not cool. But it is true. Everything is. It was raining here too. Not like it's been raining in the south, but it was raining here too. But yeah. Anyway, the whole speedometer thing. Especially in the cup cars, y'all. Like they have the whole digital dashboard with all the different items they can put on it. Why can they not tell them how fast they're going? Like, come on. Even Indy cars tell them how fast they're going. Come on, NASCAR. Like, seriously. Why? This bothers me. As you can see, this bothers me. Anyway, but it was a good race yesterday. Today, my view will be skewed forever. I mean, it was a good race, but Justin won, so obviously my view is skewed. I gotta show it again. It's my Allgaier Yeti. I love my Yeti, but I should take it and have him sign it. And I wish it was red. Like, why is it green? I know why it's green, because at the time, so when you make things when you customize things on the Yeti website, apparently the colors rotate. And at the time she got that, you could do silver. So if you did silver, all the parts that are currently silver would be black, like normal Yeti black. And then the Yeti part, which on this one is green, would be silver. You can't do anything but black if you do the silver Yeti. And then that you could do your traditional black, you could do white or the mint green. I think those were the only colors they had. Then, like 2 years later, they added purple. Hello, my favorite color. I would have taken purple. It's also not an Allgaier color, but it's purple, so who cares? And they added red, which is that's Allgaier's color. Like, why couldn't they have done that when she got this? Like, seriously, stupid. Anyway, he was the winner today, but like that stage one, like seriously, him and Jesse Love were racing like it was the last lap. It was stage one was awesome. Like if they would have raced like that the entire race, it would have been crazy good. Like it was crazy good anyway. But that was such a fun race to watch. I think today's race actually may have even been a little bit better than yesterday's, and yesterday's was good. Yesterday's was fun, but okay, y'all. So, on my channel here, I have this video where I talk about my favorite radio announcer, right? And when you watch it, it's a driver, it's Ross Chastain. So, I turn on PRN, I'm not really paying attention. I'm paying more attention to the TV at the time because sometimes I just do that. Sometimes I just use the radio when a crash happens and then I turn the volume up. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened. So I turn the volume up on the radio to figure it out. Okay, well, that's not why I was doing it, but for some reason I had the volume down low or something. I don't know what was going on. But I tuned in like I was oh, I know what it was. It was the lap 8 moment of silence that they're doing all 3 races this week for Kyle Busch. Which in a way is kind of cool, but it's weird. It's not weird in a bad way, it's just different. And I guess they can't do that on the radio because radio guys don't do it. But it was during the lap 8 break that I tuned into the radio and I noticed my 2 favorite broadcasters. There's 2 of them. And I used Ross because Ross is. If I had to pick between the 2, I would pick Ross. But also, Joey Logano is incredibly good at it. Joey Logano and Ross Chastain were both in the PRN booth. That was awesome. It was like I've never seen them have 2 guest drivers at one time. They may have done it, but that was the first time I've ever I say seen, like you can see the radio, but you know what I mean. Like I've never experienced 2 guest drivers on the radio at the same time. It was awesome. And it's Joey and Ross, and I love Ross. And Joey is really good. Like I don't know, he's back to his old self, what I call his old self. Like He must have been dealing with something in the last 2 years. I don't know, maybe he was sick, maybe something was going on with his family, but he was just off somehow. Like, he didn't even sound like him. Like, half the time, I would hear his voice on TV or radio, and I'm like, "That does not sound like Joey." He's back now. Like, smiley Joey that I'm used to, that I've liked forever because I can actually hear the smile in his voice, that Joey is back. I did not even experience that Joey when he won his last championship in 24. I'm not gonna lie, like, that I didn't experience that with him. And he was doing stupid stuff on track, like driving down pit road just where there's people, like trying to intimidate, I think it was Austin Dillon, but whoever it was, he was just being stupid. Maybe he's always done this. I don't know. But I was so disappointed in him the last 2 years. But happy smiley Joey is back now, and I'm glad because he's really good at what he does when he talks in the TV booth or the radio booth, and I want him to be like his old self. So apparently he's back because he was in the booth, in the TV booth last night and in the radio booth today. And he's so good. But he's back. Apparently, this is something cool I didn't know. He's doing foster care, like he promotes that with his foundation. And I guess now I think he said they're fostering 2 kids now. So I didn't know that, but that's pretty cool. Oh, you love my Barbies? Oh, I gotta go this way. I have blind Barbie and NASCAR Barbie, so that's blind Barbie becomes blind NASCAR fan Barbie like me. I want to buy a custom outfit for her that's like checkered pattern. I am actually from Illinois, but I'm not going to say where because I don't want that out on random videos on the internet. But anyway, so today, other than the fact that my 2 favorite announcers, aka Ross Chastain and Joey Logano, were in the radio booth, Connor Zilic, however you say his name, was in the TV booth. I thought he did a decent job. Um, he's been a busy man too, because yesterday he was the spotter for someone. I don't remember who he was spotting for in the truck race, but he was a spotter yesterday. He's a TV announcer today, and he's racing tomorrow. But I thought he did pretty good. Um, so stage 1 with Jesse Love and Justin Allgaier today, and stage 2, who ended up winning stage 2? Stage 1, Jesse Love, I think, was the winner. Allgaier, I think, finished 3rd behind, was it Corey Day? I want to say it was Corey Day. And then stage 2, you know, they only had 2 cautions, and neither of them should count because they were stage cautions. I hate that now. Like, the record books will show for the last however many years that we've done stage racing that every single race has had at least 2 cautions, which is stupid because they're stage break cautions. They're not incident cautions. Like, I don't like it. I don't know. It shouldn't bother me, but it does. But anyway, Allgaier won stage 2, and I don't know who got the fastest lap. I missed that. But towards the end of stage 3, I don't know how many laps in we were, but Allgaier and Brent Cruz. You know, I feel like it's gonna take him a little while to get there, but I feel like Brent Cruz is gonna be like Connor Zillage eventually and win a whole bunch of races. Cause he seems to be really good. Like, I didn't really like him in ARCA. I kind of every time I watched an ARCA race last year, it seemed like Brent Cruz was doing something. I don't know, maybe he was just making mistakes and doing stupid stuff. But he seemed like he was just being mean for no reason. I don't know. I don't watch enough ARCA to really know for sure, but he seems really good in O'Reilly. And apparently, he went from 33rd today and ended up finishing second, but he was leading a good number of those laps. And he had a really fun battle with Justin at the end. Well, close to the end. Justin eventually took over, but Brent had like a last time I heard it was 2.9 seconds before the pit stops. When they actually eventually took the pit stops, it may have been more than that. I don't, because it was like 2 or 3 laps before at least that they mentioned how the lead on the radio, and I didn't catch it on TV. And then after the pit stops, when he retook the lead, he lost a little more than a second because it was down to 1.8. So, but he had a big lead there. I bet he was loving that. Um, but anyway, it was Allgaier for his 32nd win of his career. Seems like it should be more than that, but for this year already, and it puts him 6th in. I was gonna say points. That's a lie. It puts him 6th on the all-time wins list. I think he can probably pick up at least one more spot on that list. If he doesn't retire, he might be able to pick up 2 more spots on that list. Nobody, like he said, nobody's going to ever beat Kyle Busch, but, um, I don't know who is ahead of him now. I used to know, but I forgot now. So that's cool. Um, yeah. I think at least 2 spots on that list are ties. So technically, maybe he could jump 2 spots at once. I don't know. But um like I said earlier, that gives him a guitar for Harper, a guitar for Willow, and a guitar for himself. Now he can't retire because he's got to get one next year for Ashley. I guess his birthday is next week and Willow's was last week. So maybe this is a win to celebrate both of their birthdays? I don't know when his birthday is, to be honest. I think he said it was next week, but maybe he said next month. I can't remember. But anyway, that was that. But I had something else to say about the race today, but I can't remember what it was. Oopsies. But yeah, I thought both the races yesterday and today were really fun. So hopefully tomorrow I will only have radio access. Y'all, stupid Roku. Apparently there's a shortcut to turn on speech, but I didn't know what it was. So stupid thing turned off right before the end of stage 2 in last night's race, and I had to switch to just the radio. I was annoyed because one, Joey Logano was in the TV booth, and like I said, he always has good stuff to say. And two, I I like information. I like multiple sources of information. I like both the TV and the radio. I've been spoiled this year because most of the races so far I've been able to have both. So I've been spoiled. It's not a good thing for me to be spoiled, but it happens, I guess. But anyway, so I don't know if I'll have TV tomorrow. I really want to because I think tomorrow is when they have Mark Martin. I think that's tomorrow. But my sister probably won't be willing to share her Prime account with me, so Might not have it. The Prime group, though, y'all. Why does it have to be on a pay-for-view service? Because they're really good. Like, the whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of my favorite people. Like, they if they just get Larry Mack in there, like, seriously. They have Dell Jr. I like his TV stuff. They have Danielle Trotta. I just like her from back in the Race Hub days. I don't know if anybody remembers those. Yeah, they just need to get Larry Mack in there and they'd have like the perfect. Carl Edwards is good too, except last week when when he was talking to SVG and he's like, "Yeah, you had to come learn English." Like, no. That was really funny. But yeah. Um I I kind of wish that Edwards was in the booth with Junior because he's really good. I remember years ago when I think it was Pocono, like 2011 or 2012, somewhere in that time frame. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but he had crashed out and he came and spent, I don't know, a good 45 minutes at least, maybe more, in the TV booth with the Fox guys. And I was like, wow, he's really good. Tony Stewart is another one who needs to be in the TV booth somewhere, which won't happen for a while, if ever, because he's too busy racing. But he's really good at being a booth announcer. What do they call them? Analysts? I guess it's analyst. But anyway, I don't know if I got anything else to say about the race, so we can move on to other topics if y'all want to. Alexa, time. Alexa, stop. Alexa, time. Yep, see. So, yeah. You're welcome for setting off all of your Alexa devices. I love doing that. Why is that, guys? Like, why does she go off? Okay, so I was on a phone call, and every single time, any phone call actually, it doesn't matter who I'm talking to, the person on the other end of my phone sets off the device every single time. Why? They're talking to their own, but it sets mine off. Then the TV commercial comes on last week during because NASCAR's on Prime now, so you get the Echo. I can't say her name because I'll set her off, but you get the Echo commercials, and it says her name, and it doesn't set her off. Why? It's louder than the person on my phone talking to me, but it goes off when the people on my phone say her name, and not when the TV says it. It's just why, like, it's so funny. But I remember the days when Siri used to do that. The TV commercials would set off your Apple devices. So funny. You would think that they would know. But anyway. Anybody got any questions for me? Any comments to make on the races? Did you watch them? I gotta go make a new profile picture. Well, I don't have to make it. It's already there. But every time I've failed epically at it this year, y'all. I'm supposed to put up a new picture every time somebody wins a race. Well, I owe Denny Hamlin one because I never did switch from Carson Hocevar. So I owe Denny Hamlin one. I don't have I don't have Kyle Busch for Dover truck race. I don't have who else do I not have? I don't even know. Trying to remember who won. Who won Charlotte last week? See, I can't even remember. This is terrible. I don't know who won Charlotte Xfinity last week. I don't have Suarez for Charlotte Cup race last week. Good grief, I'm losing my mind! I don't remember. But I still have, what's his face? Why can I not think of his name? Carson Hocevar! I still have Carson Hocevar from his first win. I haven't changed it. So I thought about putting Harvick up when they announced him getting into the Hall of Fame. I didn't do that. So I've been really bad about it this year, but my tradition, if I have a picture with the winning driver, I put it up. But like I said, I'm really bad about it. But it's Justin, so of course I'm going to go put his picture back up. Like I need an excuse, but now I have a legitimate one. Hello, hello. From Jamaica. Wow. Um, I love all the people who watch from far away. Jamaica, Australia. I had Iran the other day. That was pretty cool. I'm trying to remember all the. Think I had India. It's like all these cool places. Um, but yeah, I am doing pretty good. Just talking about NASCAR. We talked about the truck race last night and the O'Reilly race today, but now we can talk about whatever we want because I'm basically done. Why is my phone reading to me the countdown timer for how long I've been live? What the heck? That is weird. I don't know why I was doing that. I've never seen it do that before. That was weird. Um, we're at 40 minutes, so that's pretty good. I might have to get off soon because I got church tomorrow. Anybody else gonna go to church tomorrow? Anyhow, what else can I say? Ooh, thank y'all. 11 likes. That's awesome. So, happy good news. I hit on the 27th. What was that? 3 days ago, because today's the 30th. What would that be? Wednesday? Tuesday? Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day the 27th was. I hit 250 subscribers. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. It's so exciting. I'm halfway to 500. Yippee! Hey, I have the same number. Well, it's probably more now because hopefully I got some doing this live. I have the same number of subscribers as America is old. I'm dumb. I told you I'm crazy. Whoever I told that to is no longer here, but whatever. um, Alrighty, if y'all don't have any questions for me, I'm probably gonna get off, because I'm not anywhere near as tired as Justin Allgaier was when he got out of his car. Boy, did he sound exhausted. Whew! And then he's gotta do his celebration. And he's gonna go do his triathlon tomorrow. Crazy man. I would die. Like, seriously. He likes to do those things, though. He does marathons in Charlotte a lot. I guess that's how he stays in shape to drive the race car. Oh, y'all. He has. This is another reason why I like him. Like, he has such a good attitude about life and stuff. Like, they asked him on PRN, I think it was Andrew Curlin that was doing the interview. Yeah, in Victory Lane, and he asked him how he felt about being sixth all time on the wins list. And without hesitation, he didn't say, "How do you feel?" He said, "What does that mean to you?" And without hesitation, Justin says, "Nothing." Like, he didn't even hesitate, he's just like, "Nothing." And he goes on to explain it, and he's explaining it like saying every win is precious and important to him, and he doesn't take them for granted. But with Kyle Busch passing away and having two young kids, he's got his two young daughters, so he knows what it's like to have kids, and so he's like, it really brought home to him what's important in life, and it's not the race wins as much as it is the people around you, the people you're working with, family, friends, like that's what's really important. And he said it better than I'm saying it, but it was really good. Like, I was like, you know how it is, like, I listen to both interviews and sometimes I'm like, man, I wish he would have put that one on TV, or man, I wish he would have put on TV what he said on the radio. Like, it makes me wonder when I can't listen to them both. It makes me wonder what cool comments I'm missing, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Anyway, stop reading the time. I guess I leave the cursor on the countdown timer. It counts down seconds. Never done that before. But anyway, um, anybody got any questions? My dad's favorite Justin Allgaier story. I know this is his favorite story because he tells everybody, and he's told my uncle this story like 5 times. His favorite Justin Allgaier story is when we're at Gateway last year, and I'm walking down this line. I did not expect, you guys, there to be that many drivers in this line, but there's like, I don't know, half the field, it felt like, all in this autograph line that you get access to if you buy an infield pass to Gateway. Everybody who has infield passes on Saturday gets access to the, now they'll call it O'Reilly Auto Parts autograph session. They need a shorter name, y'all. Like, that's why I just call it O'Reilly Series. Like, I don't even put auto parts in it. But they, all these drivers were in this line. And I was so disappointed because I didn't get a wristband to see him in the morning. You have to go first thing to the Junior Motorsports hauler and get a wristband to see their drivers. Well, I missed that, so I wasn't going to be able to go to that. And I was not expecting him to be in this line, but so there's tons of people walking through here. There's tons of people after me and tons of people before me, but I'm having my sister take pictures as I'm walking through the line. So we're holding it up, like, you're not supposed to do this. They specifically tell you not to take pictures, but I break the rules every time because I'm like, they're not going to tell the blind girl not to take pictures. Maybe eventually they will, but so far they haven't. So I'm like, I'm going to take pictures anyway, even though I'm not supposed to. Even though I know I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to do it anyway. And, and I have to ask most of them to tell me their name because, one, they're not, a lot of them aren't looking up, which that's an attitude thing that bothers me anyway. But they don't think about the fact that they got to tell me. I don't know if they're thinking the person with me is going to know and tell me. I don't know. But my sister doesn't know any of them. She's starting to know them. I'm getting prouder of her. Like, she's starting to recognize some of them. Whoa. What the heck just happened? I don't know what that means. But anyway, so she's not going to know who they are. So I have to ask them to tell me their names so that I know who I'm getting a signature with. I still don't know what to say to them. I really need to get better at saying things to them. But anyway, I just need to know who I'm getting the picture and a signature. And if I have something to say, maybe I will say it. But hopefully it's not stupid like when I told Matt DiBenedetto that I loved him. Like, really, Amy? Really? Anyway, so my dad's favorite story is when we're going through this line last year. I don't know why he was in the line, y'all. Like, he was there, he didn't get a single autograph, he didn't say hi to a single driver. I was like, why are you here? Like, what the heck? And he's not even, like, in the line where he can say hi to them. He's, like, off against the rail. Like, he can look at them, but he doesn't say anything to them. He doesn't even say hi. Like, I don't blame him for not saying anything because, like I said, I don't know what to say to them, so I don't usually say anything. But, like, say hi, shake a hand, do something. Like, he's not doing anything. And his favorite part of this whole day, he didn't know. I don't well, maybe he did know. I don't know. But Allgaier is in this line. Like, I got to I don't remember who it was. Did Sam Mayer race for Junior Motorsports last year? Or was he racing for Anyway, there was 4 Junior Motorsports drivers last year, and I got to the first one. And I thought to myself in my head, like I didn't say anything out loud, but in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, you are here. Does that mean Justin's gonna be here too? Like, it was this hope, like, in the back of my mind. And I didn't let myself, like, I thought it, but then I was like, quickly trying to shut it down. I got to the second one, which I think was Connor, not Connor. I want to say it was Carson Quapple, but maybe it was Connor Zillage. But anyway, it was the second guy from Junior Motorsports, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's 2 of you. And then, while I was still standing in front of him, because there's nobody else in this line, so and I'm holding the lineup, so there's a gap, and Justin has nobody in front of him to talk to. And he's looking at me, and I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't know this, but my dad tells me he's looking at us. But he reaches over while I'm still standing in front of whoever it was. I think it was Carson Quapple, but whoever it was. And he takes my hand and he says something. I don't remember exactly how he said it, but he's like, I'm going to save you the trouble of asking you, and I'm just going to tell you my name. And my dad loves this story. He tells this story to everybody who will, like, I swear, he's told my uncle 3 times. This is his favorite story. I mean, I like the story too because I wasn't expecting him to be there. And obviously, like, I told him that he didn't have to tell me his name because I hear his voice everywhere. Like, I watch videos with him in it. I watch the Junior Motorsports commercials that he's in. I listen to the in-car cameras. Not that that helps because y'all know how that I suck at understanding those, but I watch those. I have met him, I don't know, 5 times now. Not as many as some people because I don't get to go to as many races as some people, but I've met him a lot of times and listen to him talk on the radio. I listen to him talk on TV interviews. So I know his voice. Like, he doesn't have to tell me anymore. It's like I was like, I'm so weird. Like, he's the only one in the entire line, y'all, that whose voice I recognize. I don't recognize any of the others. Some of them I've met before also, but Justin is the only one. Now I probably would recognize Ross and maybe Joey. I don't know if I'd recognize Joey Logano, but especially not the last 2 years. But I definitely probably recognize Ross, but it took me a long time with Ross too. It wasn't until he started doing the radio last year, I think, with PRN that I really started recognizing his voice. Before that, it just kind of blends in with everybody else. Like, I don't recognize them. It's really stupid. You're lurking? I like lurkers. Lurkers are fun. I mean, it's more fun when you actually make comments, but I can't say anything because I do it all the time to other people. But, anyway, that's my dad's favorite Justin Allgaier story. It's not really mine, like, that was an awesome surprise because I had my helmet up here that I wanted him to autograph. And I didn't bring it through the line because I didn't think he was going to be in the line. Like, why would he be in this huge autograph line and then go do the Junior Motorsports signing? I just didn't expect that to happen. It was awesome. And I'm glad, but I didn't expect that. And how does he remember? Like, I know, okay, like, maybe he. I cannot be the only blind fan that he has. Like, it's just surely not. Because there's so many other blind race fans. Like I just can't. Like I don't think that's what it is though. Like I think he legit remembers maybe not all of his fans, but he remembers a lot of them because I've heard other people who are not blind and not disabled talk about him remembering them. So I don't know how he does it, but I think somehow he just does. And yep. So that day, like I had to leave. I left the line. And I told him it was basically a complaint. I was basically whining because I was like, I was happy, but I was disappointed because I didn't bring the thing. And I was like, I wanted him to take it, and I was hoping that he could get his kids to sign it because you guys know that his kids design his championship helmets. And I was so disappointed because I wanted to bring it and have him sign it, and then I try to talk him into getting his kids to sign it. And I don't know if he was actually serious. Like, I take him seriously. I don't know if he thought anything was going to come of this. But he has now learned not to say these kind of things to me. Because I was like, I told him how I wanted this to happen, and he's like, we might be able to make that happen. And of course, you can't say this to me because I'm gonna like figure out how to do it. So so, like, I went with my sister, we went back to the table where we left all of our stuff, and I got my helmet, and we went back over to the line. We didn't get in the line, we just walked up to the railing that my dad was standing along when he was watching all the drivers. We went to the outside of that railing, and we just passed it to him. my sister, my sister was gonna throw it. She's like, "Here, catch," and I was like, "How about we not do that?" Not that Justin couldn't catch it, because I totally believe that he could, but I could just see like it, like either she misses for bad aim or whatever. Not saying she has bad aim, but I'm just saying like something would happen. She would miss, or it would like I don't know, hit his hands and bounce off or something. Like I could just see this helmet like bouncing on the floor and like breaking, and I was like, how about we not do that? So, but he took it, and he set it down by his chair, and I was like, if that was me, I would forget that that was there. Like I would walk away. Like I don't know, I would walk away and forget it. And he took it, and I didn't learn this until October when I went to Charlotte and saw him again. But he took it, and his plan was to get it back to me that day before they left. And just circumstances didn't allow that to happen. And it followed them all the way back to Charlotte. And they had to mail it to me. And so it's interesting. That's my favorite part of the story, with the helmet saga. But it is now signed by Harper and Willow. Oh. Well, if you are on Facebook, definitely look me up and follow me because I have a distinct feeling that I am going to be selling. Unfortunately, probably for not much, but we'll see. I have a feeling I will be selling my Talladega O'Reilly tickets. I got them from Fan Rewards, and I don't think I will be going because I cannot afford to travel there. But I still have them. Talladega would be fun though. I would like to go there. I've been to the racetrack, the Talladega. I've been through the museum, left my fingerprints all over a bunch of displays in there because there was nobody there to stop me. They didn't have a tour guide. They didn't have anybody like monitoring the rooms. I don't know. I'm sure they were somewhere. They probably had them on security cameras or something. I don't know if anybody's watching them. But if they were, they didn't come to stop me. I was touching all kinds of stuff. Like, I touched an old race engine. I touched a bunch of the different crashes to like see all the madness that I don't know how people survive some of those crashes. But It was fun. Hello, welcome. You don't have a Facebook? I wouldn't make one just for that. They'll be on, I don't know, probably StubHub, but I had Vegas tickets. I had to sell them, so I'm not selling my Martinsville tickets though. Y'all are out of luck for that. Told myself if I could hit 6,000 rewards points by July, which is looking relatively likely at this point. If I could hit it by July, I would buy my Martinsville Cup tickets. I have Truck and O'Reilly at the moment. And I want to go there, and I also want to go to the Wood Brothers Museum whilst I'm there. You can look up, probably if you search blind NASCAR fan, to be honest, you'll find something by me. But, I am the only true Amy Reagan on Facebook. There's a Amy Reagan's who is probably in college by now. There's a Amy Reagan, my old Facebook page that some idiot from Nigeria stole out from under me. But I'm the only real one. After today, it will be me and Justin Allgaier, so you can look for Justin Allgaier's picture, and that will be my new profile picture. Yep. That's I thought about doing Ashley. Like, I thought about putting Ashley's picture up, because I don't have, like, any kind of a reason, really, to put her up again. Like, I put her up after I met her, and she was there for the entire off season. And I thought about putting her up again, just because I don't have a reason to put her up. But I was like, that's not really part of the tradition. The tradition's supposed to be the driver, not their wife. So, I don't know. So it is the word again with a capital R in front of it. So it's Reagan, but you can R again. Ragain. Isn't that cool? My friends in college called me Oregon. Amy Oregon. But it's a good way to tell people how to spell it so they don't spell it wrong. Especially if you're blind and use voiceover, because, well, any screen reader. Voiceover calls me Ragain. Like, what is that? That's not my name. Or Regain, or Ragain is the worst one, but there's been some other ones too. I'm just like, no. Why is it so hard to pronounce my name? Yep. I actually went into my screen reader settings and changed it so that whenever it read my name, because obviously, like, it's gonna read my family, anybody in my family, it's gonna read it wrong. So I went in and changed it because I was like, I'm not reading my entire family's name wrong. And the problem is that, like, so all the names it reads them, if it reads them wrong and I don't fix it, I inevitably end up calling the person by the wrong pronunciation of their name, even though I know what it is. Like, who did it do it to? Oh, it was Joey Logano years ago when I first started following him on Twitter. I forgot how it pronounced it, but it was wrong. And I was like, if I ever meet him or meet, like, maybe not him, because why would I say his own name to him? But if I ever meet, like, somebody who's a fan of his or even other NASCAR fans in person and I mention him, I'm gonna say it wrong. Because the screen reader every single time said it wrong. I'm like, can we not do this? And that was before I knew how to change it, so I was just stuck with it saying it wrong, and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, can we can we not do this?" It was terrible. But yeah, and dictation too, like, you know, when you are if you have an iPhone, the little microphone where you hit it and then you speak what you want to say in a text message or whatever. Uh-huh, yeah. That's the worst thing ever when it comes to names. Like, Allgaier instead of Allgaier, becomes Allgeyer. I'm like, really? Why? Apparently, this must be a spelling because every single time it spells it that way. So I don't know what that's all about. Kislowski, it does this weird thing, like it's Kozl. I don't know, it's some weird thing. I'm like, what the heck? Every name it spells wrong. It's so stupid. And then like I've gotten lazy in my old age, like 10 years ago, I would have looked it up and memorized the spelling. Now I just go to the NASCAR app, bring up the points, like the point standings, and I just copy and paste. It's so bad. Like, Sawalage? Nope. Don't know how to spell it. Zillage? Nope. I don't even know how to pronounce Zillage. I could be saying it wrong. Hosfar? Because I became a fan of his, I did figure out how to spell it. But for a long time, I didn't know how to spell it, and voiceover didn't know how to pronounce it, and if you say it into your phone, it didn't know how to spell it. So I was like, copy paste every time. It's so bad. Well, I don't have truck tickets. I only have Xfinity. So if you can get your truck tickets, if you have enough money to stay there more than a day, because I don't know if you live in the area or if you're getting a hotel. But if you have enough money to stay more than a day, I called them Xfinity. There I go again. I have the O'Reilly tickets. um, what I do with my Allgaier Yeti? I love this. I love that he won. Makes me so happy. I'll be happy for a week until next week, or no, 2 weeks. It's an off week. Yes, we get to celebrate for 2 whole weeks. Yes. Okay, so no matter who wins in Cup tomorrow, it better not be somebody I have a picture with, which is highly unlikely because I think the only. Okay, so of the current Cup Series field, this would be awesome. I wouldn't mind. I have Josh Berry, who apparently is Nashville's his home track. I didn't know that. Maybe I did and I forgot. I don't know. I don't know. But that'd be awesome. I would take him as a winner. And I will probably put his picture up, but it will be a few days. Like I won't do it tomorrow. Cuz Justin's got to be there for at least a day. I mean, come on. Like can't put him up and take him down again. I have Austin Dillon. Don't think that's happening. Don't think Josh is happening. I have Chase Briscoe. Could happen. I have Ross Chastain. Don't think that's happening either. I have. Who else do I have from the Cup Series? I don't have a lot. Carson? Yeah, I have very few Cup drivers. I've met all the JGR Cup guys, but I don't have pictures other than Briscoe. Because we went through and I took a video, but I didn't take pictures because you weren't supposed to again. But also, like, it was easier to do a video. Lego underscore NASCAR. This, seriously, it's my favorite username. I love it. I'm jealous that I didn't come up with it. I get excited every time I see your name. If you ever change it, I'm gonna. Well, one, I won't know who you are. But two, I'm gonna be very sad. Yep. NASCAR doesn't like to give them out, though, until, like. Okay, well, I got my Las Vegas tickets Tuesday before the race. I was like, come on, y'all. Really? But then I got my Charlotte tickets last year when I went to Charlotte. I got the fan rewards. I got them through fan rewards. And I got them Monday? Yeah, I think I got them Monday. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Yay! Are you talking about the debate where well, the first place I heard it was Junior Motors, like, not Junior Motorsports, but the Dale Junior Download, one of those shows where I forget who was asking, but it was I talked about this in a earlier show, and I don't remember if I think it was alive, but maybe not. I made it into a short though. Are you talking about the one where I don't know his name, Travis something, was sitting, I think he's an idiot. Not because he has this opinion, like, that's his opinion, but because he voiced the opinion in the Junior Motorsports building. Like, what the heck are you thinking? So he said Allgaier wasn't worthy of being in the Hall of Fame. I think this is a stupid opinion. I completely disagree. But honestly, it's his opinion. He's allowed to have it. Like, we all have opinions, whether they're good or bad, but mostly I think he was an idiot for saying it in this building. Like, okay, you have this opinion, I disagree, but why? Like, what are anywhere but in this building? Like, no, this is a terrible idea. But yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. And I think that it was Junior? I don't remember who made this point. Somebody, maybe it was on the same show, maybe it was somewhere else, said that the guys from the lower series definitely deserve to be there because some of them, even though they didn't make it to the top, they built the sport into what it is now. And I would agree with that. Like, they were comparing it to Major League Baseball and the minor leagues. But it's not in this sense, you can't compare them because they're not really part of the same. It's the same sport, yes, but it's not. The minor leagues aren't part of the major leagues, and NASCAR is not. They don't. It's all NASCAR. Like, if you ask my dad, the trucks and the O'Reilly are not NASCAR to him. He's like, oh, so NASCAR is tomorrow, meaning the Cup guys. Like, if we were having a conversation today, he would say, "Well, what time does the race start?" And I would tell him, and he'd be like, "And but that's not NASCAR though, right? That's whatever." He doesn't consider that NASCAR. But NASCAR doesn't say that. Like, it's the NASCAR Truck Series, it's the NASCAR O'Reilly Series. It's all part of NASCAR. It's not a separate thing. And a lot of them, like, how do you not put s- I mean, it's Allgaier, and I love him, so he has to, like, to me, he has to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, I will be mad if he doesn't go there at some point. But, like, how do you not put someone like him, even if it wasn't him, if it was somebody else who had the same stats, like sixth on the all-time win list, which, considering how many Kyle Busch has, maybe 32 is not that many wins, but I don't know. Like, I don't think it's a problem unless NASCAR wants to make that distinction, and since they haven't, it would be hard for them to do that because the older, like, I forgot what they call it, the modern era ballot, and what's the other one called? Those guys on that other ballot were around before they had the divisions anyway. So how do you now all of a sudden, you know what it's like saying that Kyle Busch is not the king of NASCAR. I am sorry, I'm not a Kyle Busch fan, never was. I'm not one of those people who all of a sudden now he's dead and I'm gonna say he was the greatest. Well, he was the greatest. I won't. He should be the king of NASCAR. Like, I know nobody wants to take that away from Richard Petty, but some of Richard Petty's wins came before there was the divisions. So if you take away the divisions, Kyle Busch has more wins. 234. He has 34 more wins than Richard Petty. Why is he not the king? Well, because we have the divisions. But if you take away those, then yeah. Anyway, I don't think you should eliminate the Xfinity series unless you eliminate. You know what I mean? I'm not, I don't say it well, but like I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to eliminate them unless you say they're not. Exactly. And in a sense that happens. Okay. In a sense, that does happen in NASCAR. Like the Cup guys, they all come from the lower series, but it's different than the way that I don't know how to explain it, but it's different than the baseball minor and major leagues. In my mind, anyway. They are the best of the best, but I think this did come from Dale Jr. It's not the best of the best NASCAR Hall of Fame. It's just the NASCAR Hall of Fame, which means that you can't exclude those people like Justin. But it's Justin, so obviously, like, if you're only going to count guys who raced in the Cup Series, well, Allgaier spent some time in the Cup Series, so boom. Now, if he only had his Cup career, no, that would not be that would not be anything to speak of. But but I don't think they should make those divisions. Now, should they put ARCA guys in the NASCAR Hall of Fame? Because it's kind of like NASCAR owns them now. No, they need their own thing. But NASCAR trucks and NASCAR Xfinity, if you are somebody like Allgaier who's been there for what are we going on now? I don't know, 16, 17 years? How long has he been in there? I don't even know. It was before I started watching. That's where they've made their career. Like, they're not worthy of being in the Hall of Fame just because they chose to make their career in that series. I don't think that's fair when NASCAR doesn't say they don't belong. Like, I don't know. I wish I could say it like I'm pretty sure it was Junior, but whoever it was in that argument that made that point. I wish I could say it as good as they did, but anyway. Cole Custer, yes, he would win more races if he stayed in O'Reilly. And I don't think that means he's not as good as some of the Cup guys. It's just a different like Josh Berry. Josh Berry was good in what then was Xfinity, but he's only got one Cup win. Like it's a different animal. Like they're I don't know. I I don't think it's fair to say they don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but I know what you mean. Like the Cup series is harder than the O'Reilly series, which is harder than the Truck series. But I don't know. And again, it's Justin. So my opinion could be just skewed and will always be so because it's Justin. Like I'm not I don't know. But it doesn't I don't know. If they didn't if they didn't want I don't think everybody in Xfinity or trucks should be in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think everybody in Cup should be in the Hall of Fame either. You know? I love him, but right now, if Ross Chastain was to retire, would he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? No. He hasn't done enough. So, but I love him. I don't want him to retire or anything. But, you know, I don't know. If you took away the trucks and the Xfinity, all the stuff that he did, does Kyle Busch deserve to be in the Hall of Fame just based on what he did in Cup? I don't know. I am not sure. I think a lot of what makes him Hall of Fame worthy is what he has done for other drivers and his stats in trucks and O'Reilly. Like I don't think his Cup stats are as impressive as his trucks and especially O'Reilly. So if we take those away, what's left to make him worthy of being in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. It's an argument that nobody's gonna win. Like, and I think NASCAR has hit that point. Like, I think that what is their criteria to be in the Hall of Fame? I don't know all of them, but I don't know. I don't know. Does Jeff Burton deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Does Kevin Harvick deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? What are you basing your, like, what makes them worthy of being there? I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it's an argument that nobody no none of us as fans is ever going to win this debate. Somebody in the NASCAR industry might win this debate. But I'm just saying, how many wins does he have in Xfinity? It's more than Cup. It's more than trucks. I'm just saying, like, if you take away all the other stuff, maybe it wouldn't be fair, but that's I'm just saying. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame because I think he does. I don't like the idea that people want to put him in next year. I think that's silly. Like, why shouldn't he have to follow the same rules everybody else does? But anyway, I don't know Harvick's. I don't know much about Harvick's stats. I'm just saying, like, what are we basing our criteria on? Because if you look at, obviously, we don't our vote doesn't count, obviously. Like, I'm not even going to pretend that the fan vote for the Hall of Fame counts cuz it all of us combined into one counts as one vote. That's what they told us a while ago. So I'm not even going to pretend that my Hall of Fame vote counts for nothing cuz it doesn't. But, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just glad I'm not the one making the rules. But I will be mad if Allgaier doesn't, at least, maybe he doesn't make it there because it is based on people's votes, but I will be mad if he at least doesn't make it onto the ballot. Because he's done a lot for the Xfinity slash O'Reilly, whatever you want to call the series. Sometimes I still call it Nationwide. He's done a lot for the series. Like, y'all, seriously. Some of the times, like in the last, I don't know, however many years I have been a NASCAR fan, some years I would have given up on watching it if it wasn't for Allgaier. That doesn't mean that that makes him worthy of being in the Hall of Fame, but it does make me, I will be mad if he doesn't at least make it onto the ballot. I'm just saying. That's a bummer. What? That's not nice. Silly YouTube. That's not nice at all. Ah, the internet does that sometimes, though. It be's not nice to people. I don't know why it picks on certain people. Anyway. Hmm, well, that's not nice. Well, how many people did I make mad by my by my Hall of Fame opinion? I also think going sticking with the Hall of Fame topic, I also think that there are people on the ballot every year that when I see them, I feel like they should just, I don't know if you would call it grandfathering them in, but they should have at the beginning picked a group of people larger than the five that they were doing, that they just put in. I mean, our Hall of Fame has only been around for what? What did they say? Has it even been 10 years yet? I don't even know when it started. But I feel like there's people, they're never going to get in because as more cup guys retire or become eligible, they're not the older guys that have long since gone away are never going to make it cuz they're going to get overtaken by guys like Kevin Harvick. Not that that makes Harvick less worthy. It's just people recognize the name because he's newer, like he's more recent. Does that make him more relevant? No. But uh, it's, I don't know. I just, there's something about the whole process bothers me. Like I just want them to put these some of these people in that really I think should be in that aren't, they're never going to make it. But anyway, Alexa, time. It's 10:43 p.m. What? Whoa. How did that happen? Anyway. um, Ew. No work in the morning. That's no good. I have church though, so I should probably go soon too. But any other controversial topics anybody wants to bring up? um, it well, obviously a lot could change, but right now it looks like Reddick and Allgaier have them in the bag. But obviously a lot can change. What are we? Are we just hit halfway in the Cup Series, didn't we? Is Charlotte the halfway for the regular season? I didn't count them. I should count them. I thought Charlotte was the halfway point for the Cup Series. I don't know what is halfway for the other two. I didn't even realize until someone mentioned it. Maybe it was Allgaier. Somebody mentioned it in the post race show today. I didn't realize that the O'Reilly guys have next week off. 9 hours. Yeah, that's a lot. That is true. You know, it's funny. I never thought I would want, like, during the time we had the chase, I never thought I would want to go back to that. Like, I hated it. I wanted it to go away. I I never thought I would be happy to see it back again, but it's so much better than after what happened last year, especially. It's so much better than the stupid playoffs. Like, I always hated the playoffs more than I hated the chase, but like last year just really brought it home. Like, I still half the time I still call Connor Zillage the O'Reilly Series champion or Xfinity for last year. Because in my head, there's no logical reason why he was not champion after that many wins. Like, it makes no sense to me. I don't get it. And I don't really think that Larson he's more fair than Zillage not winning. Like, he's more fair than, well, I don't know. Yeah, he's a little bit more fair than Jesse Love. Like, I just feel like Jesse Love stole it. I like Jesse, but I feel like he stole it. And Larson's a little more fair, but I just hated that format. Like, it made me mad. Almost every year it would make me mad. I'm like, what is this? Now, Allgaier got a championship under that format, obviously. And I don't know if he would have got it that year had we not had that format. But then again, he would have had at least one championship if we didn't have that format. He would have had at least one championship. So it was like, this is just payback. You're just giving him the one that he lost because of the stupid format. Like, I don't know, I hated it the whole entire time. It was awful. That is true. I do like that. Yep. I read the I don't remember a lot of it, but I read all of what they published when they put out the new point system. I liked it. I don't remember. I'll have to read it again because I don't remember exactly how it gets, how it what happens, whatever you want to say. I want to call it a reset, but I don't know if it's a true reset like it was during the playoffs. But when the chase starts, I don't know how the points are set for that. I'll have to read that again. But I remember reading it and thinking, "Oh, I can get behind this a whole lot better than the stupid playoffs." Like, that just made me mad every single time. I remember the first one they did. I think it was the first one. It was Harvick, Newman, and two other people. I don't remember who the other people were. Newman had no wins for the year, and I think, didn't he end up finishing second? How is that possible? Like, that just I hated that format so much. It was so stupid. I guess, but I mean, like you said, they played by the rules, but the rules were stupid. Like, it was a joke. It was not, I couldn't take it seriously. Like, it was just it's stupid. I am more happy than I can say that that format has gone away because it was just dumb. what did you say? The 1974 format exists? I don't know what that is, so I don't know if that's good or bad. My water is not helping my scratchy throat. I think I talk too loud when I do YouTube. My niece was complaining last week when they were spending the night that I was too loud. Makes my throat all scratchy. I don't want to know. Now you're just gonna make me go look it up. If I had another device, I'd go look it up right now. It's so funny. I missed a lot though. In NASCAR world, I didn't start watching until I was what, 20, I don't know, 27, 28, 29, somewhere in there. It was well, the first full season I watched was 2011. The first I watched it until it wasn't on Fox anymore because after it left Fox I didn't know where to find it. Was 2010. And even then, it was only cup races that I watched for the most part. And half the time I fell asleep before the end of the race and would wake up mad because I missed the finish. I wasn't invested, I guess. I was invested once Trevor Bayne won the Daytona 500. Okay, now I want to know how to read the full comment. Oh, you're okay. I see what you're doing. You're putting it in several comments. What the heck? That's bizarre. Like, it may come to that now as much as gas prices are. We may go back to that. I sure hope not, but we might. That's really interesting. If you would have told me that before this conversation, I would have thought you made that up. That's really interesting. Oh, okay. I'm I have to read that like 3 times before that's gonna sink into my brain. The point separation. Like, I'm crazy. I think of all the championship races that I have ever watched, like not single races, but like the run to the championship was the let's see, Keselowski was 2012, so it must have been 2011 with Tony Stewart and Carl Edwards. I thought that was fun. I don't know if I really cared for the format, but how it happened, I thought it was fun. Okay. That's a direct result of not sleeping after the truck race last night. It was 12:06 when they ended. I don't know what time it was when the post-race show on the radio finished. And then I couldn't go to sleep. Just tossed and turned for hours, and then we got up at I don't know, 7 something, 7, it was close to 8, to go to the stupid farmer's market. I'm gonna call it the farmer's market that wasn't. Y'all, It's a farmer's market. Isn't it supposed to have fruits and vegetables? It's almost June. Like, when is June 1st? Tuesday? No, today is only Saturday. So Monday? Yeah, Monday. So there's no at least there should be strawberries at a farmer's market. Nothing. There's cookies, there's cake, there's bread, which okay, I can see bread. We had bread at the Minnesota farmers market. There's meat and eggs. That makes sense. There's plants. Okay, I can get behind the plants. I don't understand entirely, but I accept it, but because it's made, well, I hope that it's made with farm fresh ingredients, the cookies, the cakes, and then the salsa slash jelly tent. But then there was a whole bunch of craft tents, t-shirts and magnets and like birdhouses and what is the other one that was up there? Baby clothes and like it was a craft fair. It was not a farmer's market. I was annoyed. But maybe because I got up so early to go there. And I really wanted fruits and vegetables, and I'm still disappointed I did not come home with any fruits and vegetables. We all crazy here. I like it. I always told my friends in college years ago that it was like a prerequisite to be my friend that you were crazy. That was like the prerequisite. If you weren't crazy, we couldn't be friends. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. I had a busy day, y'all. I did the farmers market this morning. Then I went to the Bass Pro Shop for a few hours. Then we went to my uncle's house for like a 3-hour tour. No, it was at least 3 hours. It might have been more. Got home almost just in time for the pre-race show. Like, what do they call it? The countdown to green or whatever. We got here. It was 5:30 maybe. It was a little bit later than that. And then I watched the race, and now I'm doing the show. I'm tired. That's all I'm saying. Oh, they had an update? Really? Well, YouTube, if you had an update, you better have fixed all the unlabeled buttons, because it's starting to drive me crazy. It's funny, there's tons of blind creators on YouTube. Most of the ones that I follow have assistants, so they have people who can handle all these unlabeled buttons. My screen reader just says button, or sometimes it doesn't even say anything. Like it's reading what's under the pop-up screens. And I'm just like, seriously? No. How about we not play this game? But I think part of it is that I only have a phone and people are using laptops. Apparently that's the thing, but not for me. No, well, I have a laptop. Right now it is refusing to connect to the internet, which is really annoying. Man, I don't usually have insomnia, but apparently I had it last night. It was annoying. Um, I sleep like if I get the amount of sleep I want, excuse me, I usually sleep like 8 hours. But lately it's only been like 6 or 7. It also depends on how much activity I did for the day. So hopefully I'll sleep good tonight. So I did lots of activity. I feel like I'm going for the marathon like I did last week where it was like 4 hours and I went to like 40 likes and that was fun but crazy. I don't think I'll do that today. That was fun though. I wish that I could like play music or something so it's not like while I'm quiet like this, either because I'm reading comments or whatever. I wish that there was a way where I could play music without getting cut off. That would be awesome. Ew. How are you functioning? I would not function if I only got an hour of sleep for that many hours. I would be. You would not want to be around me. I would not be a very happy camper. Um, yeah. And I don't eat, like, I can't even, like, I don't like energy drinks. I don't like coffee. Like, I don't know what I would do. Honestly, like, I would be in trouble. Like, there's nothing that could even help. It'd be terrible. I feel very bad for you. Maybe it's better because, like, maybe your body is able to, like, not entirely, but to some extent, maybe it's able to adapt because that's what you're used to doing. I don't know. Maybe not. But I would definitely not be a happy camper. Like, you would not want to be. I would drive you up the wall, probably. Or I'd make you mad because I'd say something stupid because I was mad. I don't know. I would be cranky. Wow, that's to go that long without soda, that's good. I don't like soda. I've currently gotten addicted to the stevia orange, but typically I don't like soda. Like I don't like the carbonation. I don't know why. Sweet tea, no, I'm addicted to that, but that's the sugar, not the caffeine. I don't think there's enough caffeine in it to affect me or something. I don't know. That's impressive though. Good job for going that long without soda. I gotta check something out here. Oh, I had to check my battery. Remember last time I had to just go away real quick because I ran out of battery. That was a 4 hour live though, and I did not go live with a full battery when I started. Um, I wasn't today either. It was probably 90%. My ear itches. That's fun. Make my hair all staticky. Ooh, yeah, I bet so. Do you ever feel like I know what you're saying, like, but like your work persona, like it's almost like there's two different halves of you. But like, do you ever feel like you're being fake? I'm not saying that you are fake, but do you ever feel like that? Because like sometimes I feel like that. Like I don't do it intentionally, but I feel like the like the vibe, I hate the word vibe, but I keep using it more and more, but the attitude or whatever that I put into my YouTube sometimes, I feel like that's like not me when I'm not like the entertainer me versus the regular not me. Not on camera me, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if I explained it well, but I think I was doing that last week. I get all loud, like I think entertainer me is like loud. I'm like the person on the phone, like you see them on the bus or wherever, and they're like super loud on their phone. I'm like that when I do YouTube. I'm trying not to, like I'm talking quieter most of the time. And I went back to my quieter tone. Because my niece told me, like, she's like, "You're really loud. Like, I can hear every word that you say." I'm like, "What?" So I'm trying not to do that, but I can't help it. I get excited. It just happens. And, like, I don't know. I did public speaking, and they teach you to, like, project and be loud, and so I'm loud. And then I play it back and I'm like, I'm so quiet, I can't hear. Like, I don't know what's going on. I get excited a lot, apparently. I get excited if I'm talking about NASCAR or Lego. Hey, I cleaned up my Legos, y'all. Remember I had a pile on the floor and I could just grab at random? I can't really do that anymore because I cleaned them up. I need to clean them up some more. This bin here is almost empty. Look, y'all. This is pathetic. So, like, I am trying to sort my bricks, either by color, by shape. Well, not so much shape as much as size. And like, I've had this bag from the Lego company. I probably got this bag. I don't think it was last year, but it is entirely possible it was last year. But I'm gonna say at least since February. Nope. This actually probably did come from last year. Okay, it's last year sometime. This bag from the Lego store. Yep. I just put Legos in it because I don't have any containers. I ran out of containers to put them in. But at least they're not on the floor anymore. I distributed? I redistributed them the other day. Oh, my castle, you can't really tell that it got any taller, but it did get a little bit taller because I started using inside the towers. Decided not to get major detailed. I'm gonna do like the My Little Pony castle, where you have the bottom tower and the top of the tower, but there's not actually steps that connect the tower. So I don't have the detailed steps, but inside there where it's dark and unless you really look down in there, you can't see. I'm using like the bricks to have like police stickers or like I don't know if I have any in here. It's like a hole. So like it looks like a brick. Like it looks let's see. I don't have any that I can show you, but well, I can't even find a really. I can't even find a good example. I don't even know where I put them. I don't know. But anyway, it's hollow inside. So from the outside of the tower, it looks like a regular brick, but if you looked at it from the inside, it's hollow. And then I am going to take off all the little bricks and use these. This will be on the inside where you can't see it. This will be on the outside. Because I don't have enough black, white, and gray, and that's all I can use. So I'm getting desperate. My sister says it looks cool. but I'm getting desperate, so I have to make it. Okay, I don't have to make it. I want to make it a certain size. Put this back in here. I want to make it a certain size, like height-wise, and I need more bricks to do it. And then I have to pull out the hinge. It's not a hinge, but it's like it's a piece that stacks like this, and it goes to the side. I don't know what you. It's like a hinge, but it's not a door hinge that would allow you to open it this way. It's one that would allow the drawbridge to go up and down. I have to pull those out and put them together. I don't have the piece. I have it, but it's not the right shape or size or whatever to where I could actually attach it to a rope and have it pulled down by a pulley. But anyway, I will have a door slash drawbridge that opens that goes up and down. You just have to do it manually. And then I thought I could cheat and do the like, oh, it's the ruins of a castle and like have the tumbled down tower and the like debris inside. And then I was like, no, that's lazy. I'm not doing that. I thought so. I mean, when I say it's like the My Little Pony castle, I literally mean like the toy My Little Pony castle that my sister had when we were kids. Like there's no steps inside the towers. The castle door and the drawbridge is one and the same. Like it's literally like that. It's funny. Um anyway. Um Alexa, time. What the heck? Where did all the time go? You're very entertaining, apparently. Or I just like to talk. Could be a little of both. My mom would say I like to talk. But she's not here to tell me that. But she would say that if she was. Whoa. I kicked the stand earlier and I'm quite certain I messed it up. And sent y'all for a fun little ride, too. 57 minutes, 50 seconds. That's funny. Hello. Glory Boys. 773. Sounds like a band name. I like it. What else can we talk about? Cheeky Monkey? That's a fun name. I like it. What did I do tonight? I watched the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts race. And then I did this YouTube talking about that one and last night's truck race. Because that's what I do on my channel. We talk about NASCAR. You gotta say it with that accent too. You can't just say NASCAR. You gotta say NASCAR with nasally, like the southern, obnoxious NASCAR. Talked about NASCAR and Lego. You no, I'm just kidding. You don't really have to do that. I'm just being stupid. But that's what we do on my channel. We talk about blindness. We talk about NASCAR. We talk about Lego. And that's about it. I'm three-dimensional. I only have three things I talk about. Can't talk about anything else. Nothing. Can't talk about soda, can't talk about food. Only those 3 items. No, I'm just kidding. Hello, welcome. Yeah. I'm silly, but no. Let's see. 2 hours and 16 seconds. I like I'm not my hair is tickling my face and my chin. It's annoying. So, I like doing the British accent, but I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm not good at it, but I just like doing weird voices. And for some reason, it's the one that I was doing with NASCAR. It's like, NASCAR, you gotta do this, like, nasally weirdness. Like, I don't know why I do that, but I accents are fun. I wish I could do more of them. I'm silly, yes, I know. Yep, I'm definitely that. That is true. I'm running out of steam. I'm getting tired. Cheeky monkey. That's fun. I like it. My giggle. Oh dear. My friend in California always told me I sounded like Scooby Doo. I was like, I don't know if that's mean. I don't know if I want to sound like Scooby Doo. But yep, he always told me that every time. And then he would proceed to imitate it, and he might be right. It might sound like Scooby Doo. If it sounds if it sounds anything like his imitation of me, then I do sound like Scooby Doo, but I'm denying this. I don't think I want to sound like Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo's not bad. I just don't want to sound like him. Well, thank you. Cuz I don't want to. Um, man, I'm blaming it on my Ross Chastain hat. It made my head all itchy. Oh, speaking of hats, my junior motorsports hat, I left it at my sister's house last week, and I don't remember why I was even wearing it, but I was wearing it, and I was tired of wearing a hat, so I took it off and I set it on the couch. And um I left it there, I forgot about it. And her cat later, eh, way later that day, her cat came out and was like circling the room, and the circle was getting smaller and smaller and smaller until she made it to my hat. She didn't say what she did when she got to my hat, but it's just funny, like stranger, stranger danger, stranger danger. Like the cat was like freaking out till she got to the hat. It was just funny. Silly cat. I don't know why the Chastain hat made me think of that, but I have a lot of driver hats, y'all. And I don't know where some of them came from. I have a Tony Stewart hat. It's actually really comfortable, but I was never a huge Tony Stewart fan, so I didn't wear it much. I have two Chastain hats, an Allgaier hat that I will never wear. I don't know if you were around at the beginning when I was talking about the Allgaier hat. It is the most uncomfortable hat on the planet. It's awful. Worst hat ever. I have a Wood Brothers hat that they sent me for free. I'm not sure why, but I like to say that John Wood likes me. Well, I don't think he doesn't like me, but he's given me all kinds of cool stuff. Um, but I have that hat. I have the NASCAR. This is funny. I have the NASCAR. I think it's from. I don't know if they called it that back then, but it's what they now call the NASCAR Salutes collection with the like the stars and the stripes and the patriotic stuff. I have a hat from 2012. My mom got it super cheap. She's like, I don't know why this hat is so cheap, but it's really cool. She bought it for me for Christmas. And it, I am stupid, y'all. Like, I have had this hat since 2012. I got it, well, no, I got it in probably 2014. So it was like 2 years old. It was on, that's why it was on sale, because it was old. And I didn't know or notice until like 2017 or 18 that it says 2012 on the back. And I still wouldn't know today, probably, if my niece hadn't said, "Why does your hat say 2012 on the back?" It's like, I was like, "It does? Really?" She pointed it out to me. It really does. And it's raised. So, like, I can feel it that it says that. I didn't know. I was like, I'm so unobservant. But it has like the stars on the front, and it's a visor, not a full hat. And I just thought it was cool. But I gotta find that hat because now it's June and I can safely start pulling out all my patriotic stuff. What other hats do I got? I got Junior Motorsports. I got. Did I say Joey Logano already? I got Joey Logano, Tony Stewart. That might be all the hats. I feel like I'm missing some. There's a bunch of hats over there, but they're not all NASCAR hats. I got the. Remember American Pickers? Does that even come on anymore? I got an American Pickers hat. That's pretty cool. I got. This is my mom's hat, but I inherited it. It's a yellow hat that has shark. A little. It looks like something took a bite out of it, and it has a shark on the like this part. What do you call this part? Not the bill, but the head front. The front part where the names and stuff would be. It has a shark. Came from Myrtle Beach, I want to say. Not sure. No, maybe it was Gulf Shores actually. I think it was Gulf Shores. But anyway, I have a lot of fun hats anyway. Oh, I have a Talladega hat. I need to find that hat. That's a comfy hat. Anyway, nobody really cares about my hats, I'm fairly certain. But if you want to know the best hat ever made, watch my "What's in a Blind NASCAR Fan Bag" video, and yeah, you'll see. Best hat ever. Seriously. If I ever lose that hat, I will cry if I ever lose that hat. Seriously. Ooh, you used to live in Myrtle Beach. That's cool. I, you know, I like Myrtle Beach better than Gulf Shores. I was not impressed. So it comes from being on the Gulf. It's the shape of it, I guess. But I didn't know that, or maybe I just didn't think about it. So the waves, this is your beach. The waves, I can't make my hand go the right way. Maybe I'll do it this way. This is the beach. The waves go like this. They don't come straight at the shore like the ocean. It's a sideway. It's the weirdest thing. So it's not as enjoyable because you don't get the big ocean sound because of that. Maybe you do depending on where you go in the Gulf, but at Gulf Shores you don't. And we were at Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, and in both of those places, you don't get the loud. It's the sideways wave. And then, like, there's only a little bitty part of the water that's like you can wade in ankle deep, and then it drops to like waist deep rather quickly. And there's all kinds of fish. Like, if you want to see a lot of fish, the Gulf Shores beach is where to go. There's lots of fish. My mom is pretty sure that she saw a baby shark. I don't know if she did or not. It looked like a shark. She sent a picture to my sister, and my sister thought it looked like a shark too. I don't know. But I wasn't impressed. I didn't like it. Plus, it didn't help that we went in August, the hottest part of the year. It was humid, it was hot, it was nasty. Like, the whole entire trip, I just didn't enjoy it at all. I was not having much fun. Oh, no, I've never been to Naples. I've heard it's nice, but I've never been. I'm also not impressed with Florida, to be honest. In all the places I've been in Florida, it seems very dirty is not the right word, but it's the only word I can think of. It seems very oppressed, maybe. I don't know what the word is. I don't like the feeling of Florida. I don't know. Maybe I didn't go to the right place, but I didn't like it. The sun is too hot, like super super hot. In the sun is burning. It's crazy how hot the sun gets. In the shade, it's almost cold. I did not like it. Like, I thought my sister-in-law was crazy when she was like, "Oh, we can go to the beach." And they're leaving for the beach at 8:30 in the morning. And I'm like, "Really? Why do we have to do this? This is crazy. I don't want to go to the beach for breakfast." And she's like, "Well, if you don't, it'll be too hot later." She was not kidding. It was April, y'all. April. And we get there by 9. We left at 8:30. We get there by 9. We were done by 10:30 because it was too hot. I was shocked. I was like, "What the heck? This is crazy weather." I didn't like it. I don't like the southern sun. I'm not a fan. Like, it's the same kind of sun in Charlotte, and it's so hot. Like, I guess that we're closer to the equator or something. I don't know if that would affect it, but it's like the sun is burning. It's insane. I hate humidity. Yes, Alabama. Well, I think if you're not on the water in Florida, the humidity would be as bad as Alabama. Humidity is nasty. I don't like humidity at all. I think when it comes to humidity, sounds like you moved around a lot. I did that too. But I think when it comes to humidity or heat in general, people think I'm nuts. But I always say I think that I would prefer the heat of like Arizona because it's dry over the humid heat. Humid heat is nasty. Disgusting. I do not like it. I do not like it, Sam. I am. Oh wow, I was right. You did move around a lot. I have lived in 7, I believe, but I have visited 43, I want to say. Yeah, if I counted right, I've lived in 7 and visited 43. I may have counted wrong, but you moved around a whole lot more than me. Do you get the inevitable question, are you in the military? Or, when you were a kid, are your parents in the military? Maybe maybe that's an accurate question for you. Maybe you or your parents were in the military, but mine were not, and obviously I'm blind, so I wasn't. But Yeah, I got that question all the time. It was so annoying. Ooh. Farthest west I have gone is California. I was on a California beach. So I have now officially been to both coasts. That's cool. I didn't even think about that. I think it was 43 states. So I need to go to Alaska and Hawaii. I have not been there. And then I gotta count them. Oregon, Washington State. Nope, I almost said Nevada, but I've been to Nevada. Um, Idaho, Montana, and there's another one. What is the other one? Oh, Wyoming. Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii, and Alaska are the only states I have not been to. Even for like driving through and like you stop and you get gas or whatever, I've at least been there. So like New Mexico, I never did anything in New Mexico, but we drove for many hours through the state and we got gas and went to the bathroom. Didn't get to see anything, but we drove through. Um, One day I'd like to go back and see some stuff. That is cool. Oregon Ducks. Is that hockey? I'm probably wrong. That's probably not hockey. I don't know anything about any other sport. Isn't that sad? Like, seriously. I can tell you that Cardinal baseball comes from St. Louis, but that's because I live here. I don't know much else. Oh, that's so bad. Nuclear submarines. That's pretty cool. Dangerous, but. Oh, it's the football. Okay. College football team. Ooh, St. Charles. My dad, that's where we went to the Bass Pro Shop today, was St. Charles. My dad just told me that that's the fastest growing county in the state of Missouri. That is insane. I mean, I believe it being there today. Traffic was crazy. But, like, I didn't know. It's an interesting factoid. Random! You know what I don't like about Missouri? I like Missouri, like, I like the, again, here's this word, I hate this word, but I don't know what else to call it. I like the vibe, like, okay, I like the politics, I guess, to some extent of Missouri, but Missouri has a problem. They'll build a mansion right next to a trailer park. This is so stupid. Like we were driving down this winding, twisty road, and you come around this corner with this big woods, and I mean, literally, it looks like if you got off the road, you would disappear into the woods. You come around this corner, and there's a giant mansion. Like my sister called it a castle, and you pass the castle. And yes, there's a fence separating it, which is why you couldn't see it. But you pass the castle, there's a trailer park. And you pass the trailer park, and it's like apartments, and then you pass that, and you go back into the woods. Of course, there are random apartments, and if you pass the woods, there's a town that I guess the trailers and the apartments and the mansion, I guess, are part of the town, but it's weird. I don't know. It's and like in another area we were going through, it wasn't true woods because you could see through the trees, but it was like a wooded-ish area. There wasn't houses anywhere. But it wasn't like I think it was must have been somebody's land because it wasn't so wooded that like you couldn't get through it without hacking at bushes. It was just big trees and stuff. And you go around the corner and there's a cemetery. Just a random cemetery. There's no houses, no church, no buildings, just random cemeteries in the middle of this like wood-ish land. There's a cemetery. And then you keep going and there's more. Like it was weird. And Missouri likes to do this all the time. I don't know why they do that. Yep. Missouri is a very poor state, though, or at least it looks like it when you. I don't know. It seems not as much as Alabama. Alabama seems to be a really poor state, or the southern states in general. They seem very like old and run down. Like, are we still recovering from the Civil War? Maybe. I wouldn't think so. This far from it, but maybe. They just seem. I love the southern states. Don't get me wrong, but they seem like they're very underprivileged, I guess is the word. I don't know. Georgia has its Georgia has its areas where it's not that great. Now, I like Augusta. The Augusta area is really nice. Most of it. It has its downsides too, but it seemed really nice. But Florida though is I think that's the worst to me. It just seems so run down and I guess maybe it's the hurricanes. Maybe they have trouble keeping it looking nice because of the hurricanes, but it just seems so poor and bedraggled would be the word they would use in old romance novels. It's Joey Logano time. 2 hours and 22 minutes. Alexa time. Good night. Uh-oh. I said the magic word to her. Now she's gonna play my fan sounds at nighttime. Alexa, stop. If I tell her goodnight, she plays. It's not the sound she used to play. I think they broke it, or I said something wrong and I broke it. But either way, it does a completely different sound, and I don't like it as much. But it makes noise at nighttime because my actual fan rattles. It's good if you're hot and you want air blowing on you, but if you want to sleep, you can't because it rattles. I don't know what that's all about, but it's annoying. But anyway, I think I'm going to go because I'm getting tired. I've been up for a long time. I've been up for 16 15 hours now, something like that. I'm tired. And then I still gotta go change my profile picture. I can't go without putting Justin. I gotta go do it. It's tradition. Can't break with tradition, right? I gotta do it. Now the hard part is deciding which picture. Do I go old school and go to 2016? Or do I go relatively old school? Or relatively new school and pick the championship picture. Probably the championship picture because I think I went old school last time. And then there's always Ashley. But like I said, I don't know if I can. The tradition is drivers. I don't know if Ashley counts. Alrighty, well, you were gonna go eat and sleep an hour ago. Well, what are you doing letting me keep you? Get out of here. Go eat and sleep. Don't blame me for being tired at work tomorrow. Amazing. That's how it's reading it. Amazing. That is actually what you said. That's cool. I like it. 2 hours. Oh, I'm not gonna hit it. I'm weird. I gotta have it on like a regular time, like a even time. All right, I'll see you later. Well, tomorrow. Tomorrow after the post race show. Maybe Monday. I had a lot of viewers Monday, but anyway. All right, night night. Bye.